Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how's your day? I hope all of you have beautiful day. Exactly. Do you know, I always interest to discuss about education because I think education is one of important part in human life. Therefore, I like to talk about students, I like to talk about teachers, I like to talk about learning strategies, etc. Therefore, I'm so grateful for having this assignment because I can explore what I want, I can explore what I interest. And yeah, if we talk about education, in my opinion, it will be need very wide explanation, right? Therefore, in this video, I will discuss the specific one. And I have been read several articles from the journals about learning styles. Yeah, the topic is about learning styles. In general, the articles talk about teachers' role in knowing and accommodating different learning styles in the same classroom. As we know that the main point of learning in a classroom is about the purpose of it. Yeah, it is we can create an effective learning to achieve the purpose of education, definitely. Therefore, the teacher's role in knowing and accommodating students' learning style is really important. Actually, we know that every student has different learning style because as a human being, each of them has their own characteristic. Exactly. It might be different between one student and another. Therefore, teacher must pay their attention about students' learning style to achieve an effective learning in a classroom. Then, what is learning style? Yes, according to Sarasin in 1999, learning style can be defined as preference or predisposition of an individual to perceive or process information in a particular way or combination of ways. So, from the definition, we can sum up several points about learning style. Learning style is related to preference. Learning style related to predisposition of an individual. Learning styles can be defined as a process to gain a knowledge in a particular way or combination of ways. In general, learning style divided into three types. The first is visual, the second is auditory style, and the third is kinesthetic style. Let's break one by one. First is a visual mode or a visual style. Includes information in charts, graphs, and other devices that teachers use to represent what could have been presented in words. The second is auditory mode or auditory style. Learns best from traditional lectures, tutorials, and seminars in which they have a chance to talk and communicate with other students. And the third is kinesthetic style. Kinesthetic style refers to perceptual preference related to the experience and practice. Kinesthetic related with move, an effective learning also supported by teaching style that focus on learning style of students. Both of them should be integrated, definitely. Teachers have to know what his or her students need. Therefore, teachers not only focus in his or her teaching style that she or he believes that it is the best one. However, the teachers must be accommodate students' learning styles through several methods in teaching, were able to help their students to have higher comprehension levels, which led to higher achievement levels in the classroom. Exactly. In addition, teachers not only knowledgeable, beside of that, teachers must know and consider the students' learning styles and accommodate them according to their need and preference appropriately. Yes, it is related to an expert who I interviewed. I have interviewed a teacher who expert in this field definitely. She is Mrs. Siti Holidah Lubis MPD. She is my teacher in Al Inayah Senior High School in Cilegon. I asked her several questions related to my topic interest entitled Teacher's Role in Knowing and Accommodating Different Learning Styles in the Same Classroom. Then she answered each of my questions directly. So please pay your attention to know another point of view from the expert about this field.
Oh, iya, itu mah penting banget, no. Masalahnya kan kalau kita nggak tahu gaya belajar anaknya, pasti kita menuntut lebih dari anaknya tersebut kan.
Iya,
Padahal anak itu ternyata model gaya belajarnya mungkin bisa jadi dia kinestetik yang suka harus bergerak gitu kan. Ada juga yang memang mendengarkan aja udah bisa gitu.
Iya.
Jadi kalau menurut Ibu sih, iya no, harus tahu lah. Iya, kan dengan kita tahu berarti, oh iya ternyata anak ini begini, dan kita tahu berarti tugas yang harus dikasihkan ke beberapa anak itu ya bisa jadi harus berbeda kan. Ada mungkin yang dengan cara kita menerangkan dia udah bisa, tapi ada juga yang dengan harus kita kasih tugas yang model kayak permainan baru dia mau gitu. Ya penting banget itu no. Antara gaya mengajar sama gaya belajar ya pengaruh banget dong. Kalau misalnya gaya mengajarnya yang istilahnya emang monoton dan hanya bisa menerangkan, berarti anaknya nggak bisa lebih keberhasilan proses belajar mengajarnya kurang efektif lah menurut Ibu. Tapi kalau misalnya salah satunya atau dua-duanya dengan searah yang sama, misalnya nih gaya belajar anak, guru tersebut tahu gitu, berarti ada feedback yang harus diberikan guru yang dia harus lebih belajar gimana cara mengajari anak dengan kondisi anak tersebut. Jadi gaya mengajar itu kan tergantung guru masing-masing ya Nong ya.
Iya.
Kalau misalnya gaya mengajar yang istilahnya hanya bisa menerangkan, ada juga yang ramah dengan siswanya, ya mungkin siswa juga akan lebih interest dengan gurunya. Tapi kalau misalnya gaya mengajar gurunya monoton, ya siswa juga akan nggak akan bisa paham dengan apa yang diterangkan karena mereka udah nggak respect dengan gurunya tersebut gitu. Jadi gaya belajar siswa yang bermacam-macam harus dipahami oleh guru yang mengajar gitu. Jadi ya diharapkan sih gurunya sendiri itu harus emang gaya mengajarnya itu harus yang up to date lah dengan yang sekarang, karena memang pola pembelajaran anak itu semakin hari atau semakin tahun malah jauh dari yang sebelumnya. Ibu juga ngerasain hal yang sama. Misalnya kalau dulu mungkin anak-anak dengan diterangkan aja, menerangkan di depan mereka duduk diam manis mendengarkan, kalau sekarang mereka jauh lebih daya hayalnya lebih tinggi ya. Jadi kita harus bikin kayak gimana mereka lebih interest ke kitanya gitu Iya, kalau itu untuk saat ini emang susah sih Masalahnya dengan waktu yang terbatas, kayak Ibu kan cuman dikasih waktu itu Kalau dulu kan 1 kali 45 menit ya, sekarang itu yang tadinya 1 kali 45 menit cuman dikasih 1 jam, jadi 3 JP itu dikasihnya cuma 1 jam, no? Berarti cuma 20 menit ya 1 JP-nya. Ya untuk mengakomodasinya sebenarnya sih tinggal ini aja sih, no? Berarti anak yang emang berkebutuhan lebih itu ya pendekatannya harus lebih ini juga, maksudnya dengan cara yang beda gitu. Misalnya si anak ini rata-rata sih kalau ibu lihat sih anak-anak memang senangnya sekarang ya, terutama kalau dulu mungkin dengan kita nerangin aja mereka dengerin gitu. Kalau sekarang kayaknya harus banyak geraknya dong.
How do you think? Do you get some insights from the interview? I really hope yes, definitely. Yeah, in conclusion, as a teacher, it is important to know about students' learning styles. Furthermore, a teacher have to provide the appropriate strategies and methods in teaching. To be a teacher, not only knowledgeable, but also more of that. Teachers must be considered about their students' need and preference exactly. And I am sure if teachers know about their students' need based on students' learning style, it will be create an effective learning in the classroom. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.